Just freaking had it then.
Out there in the cold, getting lonely, getting old, can you feel me? Hey, you, standing in the alley, giving me a smile,
Wrong one. There's no one. Here, I know a way how to do this.
Hey, you, out there on the road, sitting waiting by the phone, would you touch me? Hey, you, with your ear against the wall, waiting for someone to call out, would you touch me? Hey, you help me carry the story. Open your heart, I'm coming home.
Give me that all. All right.
Almost too high, as you can see. No matter how tried, you could not
No interwebs.
and the words saying to his brain.
Might. Put a little Bose 501 or not 501. Acoustic mask right here. Make it sound better. It wants to stay plugged in. The wire. Okay. Now I'm gonna need that. Oh, it doesn't matter. I'll get to that one last. Get to that box last. All right. So I'm putting physical media away: CDs, a few DVDs, some VHS, some books. Be a few hours. Enjoy the music. Got questions? Right there you go. I'll see them, and I'll say stuff after that. I'm 37. Is this like how is this categorized? Oh, by price. That's why.
Keeping my shoes on, those the swollen handles, 13 channels of shit on the TV to choose from. Electric lights. Ooh, you got a second sight. Got a missing powers of observation. When I try to get through, it's so fresh. hundreds burn. Open harbors. Negative stains on my fingers. On a silver spoon on a chain. Staring eyes. Strivers to fly. I got nowhere to fly to. What did you Does anybody here remember Reselling? Remember how she said that we would meet again some sunny day?
Willie Nelson.
Vera, what has become of you? Does anybody else like you feel the way I do?
Vera, Vera, what has become of? If anybody's here, if you can hear it, let me know if the music's good, like volume-wise.
Is there anybody in there? Just know if you can hear me. Is there anyone at home? Come on now. I hear you feeling down. I can ease your pain. Get you on your feet again. Relax. I need some information first. Just the basic facts. Can you show me where it hurts?
I turned it up a little.
There is something you are
And
receiving.
EQ will change on how I can do that.
A distant sip, smoke on the horizon. You
You only coming
in waves. Your lips move, but I can't hear what you're saying. When I was a child, I had a fever. My hands felt just like two balloons. Now I've got that feeling once again. I can't explain, but I understand. This is not how I am. I have become comfortable.
Well, piccolo. Sounds like.
Okay, just a little imprint. There'll be no more. You may feel a little sick. Can't you stand up?
Stand up, stand up.
I do believe it's working good. Keep you going for the show. Come on, it's time to go. There is no pain you are receiving. A distant ship, smoke on the horizon. You are only coming through in waves. Your lips move, but I can't hear what you're saying. When I was a child, I caught a fleeting glimpse. I wanted to fall in love by I turned to look, but it was gone. And I put my finger on it now. The child is gone, the dream is gone.
You're lucky. There's some more Pink Floyd. That's the only actual Pink Floyd I have right there. Those two. Maybe we'll get all three. Super chunk. CDs done. What was that? Minus a little setup time, I probably got them done in 15 minutes. Put those away. $1,000 of CDs.
There must be some mistake. I didn't mean to let them take away my soul. Ever too long, or is it too late? Where is the feeling going? Remember the songs. Show must go on.
Whew. Yeah, I mean, it'd be a bunch of plastic falling down, but it still sucks. Elvis. Bet, I have two of these. Ella, you are the dancing queen. Space, kick that show.
So yeah, don't try my love to go to the show. Feel the warm thrill of confusion, space and love. I guess that news, you, sunshine, invisible wellness, the back they send us along as a surrogate God. You look like now you've got to respond. Father, you can read us, yeah, tonight. There's one in the spotlight, you don't look right to me. That one looks Jewish, that one is food. Who let all this crap into the room? There's one smoking a joint, the other was spots. If I had my way, I'd have all of them shot.
That one's pretty loud right here. I don't want to do that one like that. No. I'll put that one like that though. Oh, this is run. Oh, that sucks. I tried them all as T4 instead of T3. But the point is that I'm correcting it now. just having to pick the time when it's not going to be all loud.
Sitting in a bunker, here behind my wall.
Against the wall.
Waiting for the words to come. In a perfect isolation, here behind my wall. Waiting for the words to come. Waiting, 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 waiting to follow, waiting, waiting, waiting to follow. Would you like to see? Turn your room.
Well, that might matter either way, right?
My friend. All you have to do is follow words. Would you like to send our current cousins home again? My friend. All you need to do is follow the words.
They stay off from my feet. Well,
The crowd plainly showed
Ready to see him?
renowned stands before you was caught red-handed, showing feelings of an almost human nature. This will not do. Call the schoolmaster. I always said he'd come to if they let me.
Now it's time for books.
I would have changed him into shade. But my leading hearts and artists let them get away with murder.
Oh, there it is. There you go. Oh. Yeah, let's try that. I probably knew it so you guys can watch the outside. Oh, what it be? I'm just gonna be grabbing boxes around here, put books in it. Books in the boxes. Huh. But if anybody wants to continue with the Pink Floyd jams, probably stretch one of those little acoustic mask speakers. It'll probably be on a shelf. I mean, I can make a lot enough in here, but it's a little quieter back here. So if anybody wants to ask questions or chat while I'm here, I don't think anybody here is from like scrapping, but I got an equalizer today, a TEAC EQ something 6, 10-band equalizer. Probably mint condition used or closer to might hit 200. They're listed pretty high. I got mine for $20. I haven't hooked that up, but I also got a TV from the same guy, but I got the TV for free. And a clothes iron my wife didn't really realize she even had. It's been sitting on a shelf for 6 years. And a few other things. I haven't had enough to make like a tear apart video. The TV will take some time. But that is not the intent of this stream. Disc media and VHS is put away. Got put books away. I have 4 stacks of books. So probably start with well, there are a lot of bigger books. So what if I move some of this? Move some in there. Handful in there, handful in there. Let's start with 54. Like car 54. So the heavier books, I prefer to stack those on these because these are, held by posts, while these bookshelves are just little pegs. So if I'm going to be doing heavier books first, it's going to be these ones. It's going to be boxes that are on the corner closer to the pegs. But these shelves hold like 600 pounds each. So I'm worried about it, but better safer than sorry. Sound like that commercial, that 80s commercial. I got the jingle in my head. It was like a Trident or a Juicy Fruit or Wrigley's. The Wrigley's gum chew. Trident. Life is better with you. Would you do a bit? Trident. I don't know if that. Either way. Down to brass tacks. I got some brass. And I got some brass tacks. Some old furniture brass tacks. Go to categories, books. Let's try that one again. Then are going to be audiobooks. There might be a few textbook in there, but I haven't put anything in textbooks in a while. It's pretty rare. I mean, even if it is a textbook, it's pretty rare that I'll put it in as a textbook because the listing quantity, if somebody's looking for just the title and there's 10 listed, I'm not going to bother putting in textbooks. If when they look it up, there's only 10 listed. They can see, they don't have to like narrow it down. Oh, yeah, but that one, no, I'm not curious about it. Somebody will get it sometime. A lot of books. History of John Marshall. High School. Cleveland, Ohio. History information. It's signed, actually. This is like a $70 book. What do I have it at? 60 bucks. If I can do that, I would like. I was not taped. Hopefully I can sell one of these soon. It's fine. All right. John Marshall, B-54. Mighty Mac. Mac Bridge. Not too far from here. In relation to most of everybody else, it's not too far from where I'm at. B-54. Think Put in Bay area, Jimmy Buffett, that area. Bass Island, White Island, Kelly's Island, Mackinac, Helen's Island, White Island, all those up there. This is a heavy book too. Okay, that works like that. B48. B48. Yeah, those are just going to barely fit for that, huh? Well, the small ones will fit right back in there. None go that way, huh? I don't like going back there for the books though. Get that one up there. I haven't done one on the top in a while, so. It should be fairly empty. That's that signed Dale Carnegie book. Oh, there it is. Anyway, my wife is talking about this and not too long ago. Well, not that book. Well, not this one, but the book itself. Yeah. So there's another real skinny one. I don't think there is. This one. You can. I gotta go through all those other ones first. That one. Hey, weren't you talking about that book, with God in Russia? And then we watched a video and they mentioned it. I was like, oh, I've sold those before. Yeah, they did. At least that's what I remember. Maybe you don't remember because you're old now.
Oh my god. You know what? I'm making anti-inflammatory tea mixed with
Do you have to double the strength now since you're 40?
no, I'm gonna add it with
Oh.
this milk beverage supplement that we got. Gonna make it like a
Yeah, so far you're my only fan, Doobie Doobie. There was a moment when there were 3,
Yeah, I know.
and I thought we were in trouble there.
But
You're thinking like, what do you mean it's trouble? You don't know that good famous line?
no, I do.
For a minute there, I thought we were in trouble. The end of Butch Cassidy.
No.
Yeah, so it's
I don't know.
like it's a western. I'm not gonna get all like Butch Cassidy and Sundance kids are kind of like all outlaws, and the whole freaking town and their areas where they go, there's always people shooting them, and they get to this final shootout at the very, very end, and they take them all out, and it's just Butch Cassidy and then his buddy or son or whoever it is, the Sundance kid, and they had a few rounds left, and they managed to kill everyone at the very. I mean, it was like a whole shootout, and at the very end, Cassidy says over to Sundance, he goes, "For a minute there, thought we were in trouble." It's climactic if you know what it is. It means a whole lot more than what I said about it.
So I'm not that old.
Oh, that's a classic line. It's like, I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those.
Yeah, it's just not one that I can't say I really was super familiar with. But I love the
There's
smell
an
of
action,
napalm movies. That one is
I don't think it was Robert Duvall. I forget who it is now. I mean, that was the Robert Duvall was that sergeant in Apocalypse Now. I forget. Wait.
mess up the concentration there. No, it's just smelling. Oh, hey, I got a task for you.
What?
Which one of those bins out there has the potting soil in it?
I got rid of it. I mean, I believe I did.
Well,
And there is a bag of potting soil.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's a whole bag.
Where?
Outside. And there's not a whole lot of outside for you to have to look at. Remember I grabbed it from the dumpster like 2-3 months ago?
Oh, yeah.
And there was a couple, I was like, I'm probably just going to need one. I'm not going to store a bag potting soil. That guy I got the EQ from just messaged me, but he was pretty busy with people coming and going, hauling stuff and getting out. I was like, yeah, just doing a lot of consolidating. He's an older guy, probably late 60s. Talking about 60s music and all that stuff.
I figured, that's where you got the equalizer.
Yeah. Pretty astute.
You know why? He
Because he listened to me. And your memory hasn't faded yet.
And also, because you're also old. So.
I feel the suspense building up in your brain for that, trying to crack that joke, but the delivery just
Not there.
it wasn't there.
I know, it never is. Because I'm too busy laughing beforehand the whole time.
Laughing before the joke's even made.
Uh-huh. So you already know it's coming.
I think 40 is the new black.
What?
Like orange. Like orange is the new black.
Yeah.
But you're 40 wearing all black. So that's what. I was like, I bet you I can deliver a perfect joke like that. It doesn't really turn out well.
No.
Bad delivery.
Because you know what Orange is the New Black is about?
Lesbians in prison.
A bunch of women in prison. Just an all
What?
prison.
What happens when you put a bunch of women in solitude? Only women.
Yeah.
All right, lesbians in prison. Orange is the new black. With Captain Janeway.
Yeah, she was awesome.
I saw your comment, whoever that is. Or message or whichever. It is going good enough. I actually jumped on Facebook because I just wanted to look at, see if I can find, oh, that's kind of close. See if I can find some, oh, I got this stack once and I'm done. Some like CD lots or VHS or collections and stuff. And the very first thing that came up, and I haven't been on Marketplace in probably the end of the year. First thing that came up was a TEAC equalizer. $20. Yep. I mean, it was that's just almost. The technology is listening to you. It is listening. It's like, dude, this is your first time on Marketplace, and your phone and your tablet and computer and everything else. We hear you. We heard you talking that the only thing else you want for your system is an equalizer. Boom, there it is. $20. I went and got like $150 EQ for $20. If you go all the way at the beginning of the stream, I think the one I have in there is the Trans-Siberian Orchestra doing Pink Floyd. Or it might be one called The Wall 2000 because I've got those in there. But I think it is the Trans-Siberian one. And you can hear it. And that's just playing on two little Bose speakers that I have right beside the phone. And then I came back here and started doing this. And this is finishing up and that's about it. Still breathing. Making making jokes about my now old wife. Birthday's today. She's 40.
So old.
She just got a bunch of mail from AARP. If it anything, I'm going to call them and request it to send it to her. Send her something. Because she qualifies at 40. It's a milestone. So,
I'm sure they'll already send it to me anyway. 'Cause, you know, it's kind of like how you were talking about all you needed was an equalizer.
yeah. So, not good, I guess. That. I'm saying that good. I almost sound like some not good. No, that good. You know, good enough. Still going. I mean, it's a little over an hour in. So if I didn't talk or, start record at when I'm still setting things up, I put away cumulatively 150 plus listings in less than an hour. Put them in their boxes. Now 150 listings is $4,000. I don't know exactly, right? But it's just stuff that I've listed. And this is all part of the work that needs to be done, putting stuff away. And if you list at the right pace and if you have a decent system, you can do this. A lot of people they'll get something and they'll mark it in the SKU, they'll put it in the box. And they'll do it right there when they're listing. That's however it works for those people. But for me, I just make a stack here and a few things will solve before I actually put it away. And it doesn't take long for me to put 150, 200 listings away. And you, John? All right, I know. I think I spoke to you in the live before. I do believe you're from around this area as well, if I remember right. Because I've been. I think you're also from Medina. You're from around here. I remember that. And then there's another person who comes over to when I'm micro scrapping, and he's from Medina County. I haven't figured out where. Well, he hasn't road or anything like that. Where? I know you said that you. I forget now, but you are local. Sydney Omar. So one. Sunstars. Okay. Sydney Omar. Pittsburgh. Yeah, I mean, I worked for Window Nation when they were up on whatever that made 22. And then I think you just passed the ball and you take left. There's a fire station there. They were there when I worked there, and I lived in Etna. I worked down there in Millville 25 years ago. My wife is from the Mon Valley. Lived in Dravosburg, just outside of West Mifflin. So at least I remember that there's some sort of locality in me remembering your name. I saw when it came up, and it took a minute to. I think I'd seen that one before. But it's still going. I don't think I've really seen your. No, I mean, I micro scrapped. I mean, I've been doing it for months, so I figured you'd probably have seen something come up on my channel about it. It's got like a 36-inch TV from the same guy I bought the equalizer from. I was like, yeah, there you go. And then an iron that's been sitting on the shelf here in the laundry area for 6 years. I asked my wife, she's like, hey, you ever going to use that iron or whatever? She's like, I have an iron. I was like, yeah, it's right there. She's like, Yeah, I've seen it there. I've never used it. I was like, yeah, you got that when we lived in Akron, which was 6 years ago. It's like, yeah, it's been there for 6 years, so take it apart. Because if you need another one, there's newer, better used ones you could find for $5 all day long. Popular Library. I don't know if that one will get in there. I might. Yeah, a buddy of mine, I've known for a while, Wes. He lived up in Monroeville. He lives down in Kenmore, south of Akron now. He lived out like, is that Edgebrook? Brookline? I mean, I know those are two different areas, but they're right there. Edgebrook, Overbrook, and Brookline. I knew quite a few people live there in Brookline, South Park, and then go farther down South Park. Christina Aguilera is from up there, Wexford. All I have is that many. All I need is one box. We'll just order a few. No. Let's see. And actually, right here's the receipt. Yeah, I've been watching. Yeah, that's cool. Some I tried a chapter for those. Not all of them I do. But yeah, so the first time when I cashed out, I have, like I said, the receipt right here. When I cashed out 2 weeks ago, on the 1st. So 2 weeks ago. And I got $133. So I could have probably got a few more bucks if I would have said. As a matter of fact, today, that's what I did with my little closed gate. I'll show. I mean, not that I think you have a high interest in it, but it's what I did earlier after I got my listings done. 22 books listings. And then I was done at like 3. So I try not to make a lot of sound, but so that is all just going to be regular aluminum. And then, so I separated this stuff today because it was all on one. So, and then this, which is substantially heavier, is all the cast aluminum. So cast is 55 cents a pound. Regular aluminum is 50 cents a pound. Does it really make a difference? No. But if you get 30 pounds of cast, it's an extra $1.50. But if you mix it all together, it's not that extra $1.50 or what have you. But brass is brass. Here, let's see here. So steel was this bit in a 2001, 2002 Ford Escape. I think it was 380 pounds of steel. 380 pounds of steel, no matter, whatever, all the different bits and pieces, like all these little pieces, big chunks of steel. I've got already chunks of steel out there. I got some in the carport. The carport's more like longer tubular stuff. In here is just like bins that I can get enough to where if I need to, I can just pull it through here and just drag it through the hallway. All I gotta do is just load it in the truck. So it can get to well over 100 pounds if I need it to. And then it's in the truck, and then when I get to the scrapyard, it's like, you just tip it over. But, so I've already got a small collection of that, and then some brass and stuff, and these things, either way. And then some lead, from loose lead. I mean, I got $1 for the loose lead, $2 for a battery. I had 11 pounds of brass, and that was $23. So brass right here, I got 210. It's 220 now at that scrapyard. You know, because there's ordnance munitions are not made of much of anything but brass. So brass is going up. Cast aluminum 55, regular aluminum 50 cents a pound. 26 pounds of insulated wire. I'm already at that right now with what I've already accrued in 2 weeks. 8 pounds of stainless steel, which is 30 cents a pound, so that's always better. 22 bucks in regular clean copper. Well, more than 22 bucks because I got the other copper. And then electric motors, whatever I got, a couple pounds of that. Now I had a bunch more. So 133 bucks. From the stuff, and now I've become a little more logical on how they want their stuff. Like there could be contamination in, let's just say, brass. So this is from a stainless piping, well, it's stainless braid. Right, so that's still going to have a little bit of hose in it, a little bit of hose, right? It's still brass, right? So that is a couple, maybe 2 ounces of brass. Before, I would try my best to try to get a lot of that junk out. I'm like, oh no, you can keep all that stuff in. You know, it's all brass. Different colors and the tin solder, that's allowed to be on there. You know, if these are steel screws, those can be on there because that brass is going to melt, well, you know, way before that steel. And the brass is worth more, and then, you know, it's not like they're going to go out of business for that. So I was like, oh yeah. So I lost money on my brass weight, but I gained a little bit of money on steel weight. I'm like, oh yeah. So now I see that you could, things that I now know. Like these were doorknobs. These are brass. I mean, they feel like an aluminum, but they're brass. So they are not much, but $2.20 a pound. And if they were aluminum, would have been 50 cents a pound. I'll take the $2.20. So learning and getting stuff for free. There's 2 thrift stores that I can go to. I say I'll stop at the beginning of the month and just basically get pots and pans and done electronics, and I'll have stuff to take apart. The 2 dumpsters here, nonstop getting stuff. My brother's an electrician. I got a bunch of stuff from him. He's down by the blimp hanger. There's like 10 dumpsters across over here. When we came back from down there at the blimp hanger area, visiting my mom and brother, when we came back up there, was it that day? Or whatever, whichever it was. And then I stopped at the business little plaza across the street. And then I just did a little cursory road on the road directly behind from us, where there was another bigger industrial, smaller plant or smaller area. So if there's enough metal rotation to where I can go to the scrapyard and get 100, 150 bucks every couple weeks, yeah, that's a good way I just get extra chunk and have fun and learn, especially the taking apart stuff. It's more tedious. It's not a lot of money, but it's more than what it was. You could shred a 10-pound VCR if you want. You could shred that for $1, or you could take it apart and have $3. But the precious metals, or anything but steel, all that stuff adds up. And to take a VCR or something apart after doing it a couple of times, it takes like 15 minutes, and you know exactly where you're going and process. If you make $3 on those metals right there, and you can do that, and I mean that's not bad for hobby, for getting stuff for free. That's my theory. That's my take. Thanks for asking. But the first time, yeah, it was a lot because of all the stuff I already had here, and it added up fast. And then I found that 65-inch TV, and I was like, oh, that whole back, and I've got this 32, but that back is plastic. That 65 was steel, and I couldn't sit here and have that massive chunks of steel I already had just sitting on the back. And when I talked to maintenance when they came up here one day, when I was talking to him, and he's like, yeah, I mean, if you keep it straight back there, you know, we really don't care because it's your area. But if it starts spilling out into the common lawn, but you don't want it to be nasty and have all kinds of animals and bugs and stuff. It's like, oh man, I'll get rotated out fast. Getting the free stuff. But I mean, I have dove in the. I mean, I have gloves right here. I got another pair right here. Another pair in the car. These are high flex. I have dove in there if I see like a big bunch of electrical switches and outlets and stuff. Because the guy at the end of the other building over, he's an electrician as well. He's even taller than me. He's 6'5". But I talked to him the other day, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll just put all that stuff in a box and just toss, just put it behind the dumpster." And I was like, "I mean, if you throw it in the dumpster, I'll still go in there and get that stuff. But I'm not diving in a dumpster to get 4 aluminum cans. If it's right on top, and I'm 6'4", right, so I can just reach for the most part. But I mean, there are scrappers but I'm not aware of many that come around here. And it's not like I really, and then the other thing is I can only get a lot of smaller stuff that a lot of the other bigger scrappers, even if they do scrap around here, would probably pass up. They won't. They might pick up a little box that has like a couple pieces of copper piping in it. But if it has like little bits of, most of them are just gonna go for the quick big chunk. As logically I would too. And I'm that kind of person where, as a reseller, if there's another reseller at a store, I was like, dude, go to town. I'm going to find stuff that's going to make me money here. I don't need to get into a fist fight over who's going to get that $62 book. Go to town. I'll find stuff after you leave. Guaranteed. So I'll be like, what do they call that? Like leaving money on the table. But to be able to get some free stuff from some of these thrift stores, that'll help. That'll be kind of like a little supplement. But for the most, I mean, I stop at these dumpsters right here at least once a day. But I mean, I'm not going to get into the story about the stuff I was just streaming yesterday, taking apart those bike wheels. Just streaming as I can. When I get done with this, I'm going to go throw this away and we can go take a look at the dumpsters. Well, the Wi-Fi cut out, but what I did come back with was a bucket, like a voltage meter multi-switch. I mean, it's in last night's stream. Walked right up to the dumpster here, right after I just got back from from those dumpsters 6 hours prior. Went right up there and just got $2 more of scrap. That one I did have to tighten up my abs and kind of roll, because it's just right in the middle, just all the way right in the middle of the dumpster. So I could reach it, but I hurt my belly. Don't have that vigorous ab pack anymore. Need to hire Tony Little. Help him out with some crunches, with some ab flex. And the Gazelle. Free money. I mean, I don't know what's in this. I mean, I know, like, that's probably, I don't know what that's going to be. Like a coated stainless, I have no idea, but that is steel. This is magnet sticks. Anything else, I don't know. Maybe 50 cents in that. Get the brass off, that adds up. $2.20 a pound, right? Or you sell it like that, and you're getting $1 a pound for insulated wire. So I'll flip those up. And then, oh yeah. So what I find? I found like a real cheap, real thin, something you get at Big Lots, like a shoe rack that had like a little real thin plastic type cloth shelves. I found that. That's already out in the garage, already in, or I had the tubular stuff at. Found something else. And this, it's cast, right? But I don't think it's aluminum. So if anything, it's cast, it'd be 55 cents a pound. This is probably going to be brass. So if I can't easily break this, it's brass. Now, if that was aluminum, that would have splintered. Yeah, that's brass. Not much, but a $2.20 pound. Give me nice, we'll just find stuff, take some time, take some stuff apart, learn how to do it quicker. Yeah, right. I saw I put a sign out. Someone else was saying, "It's like, well, how about you ask management if they could put out like an APB, and anybody who's here, if they want to scrap or if they were going to throw metals away." So I could see two things happening. It's going to be a whole lot more than just metals, and it's going to be just trash bags. And it's going to be aluminum cans with 30 diapers. And the back area back here would just load up with stuff real fast. So if all of a sudden now there's 10 people bringing me a TV, and then I get 8 printers. Good idea in theory. But as soon as somebody mentioned that a couple of streams ago, I was like, no. That's how you end up with you becoming the complex dumpster. Then I'm stuck with all of their trash, and I got to take it out the trash. And then there's complaints, and then good idea in theory. I mean, it's the same kind of like the same principle and concept with selling physical media. You know, it's at the pace that I do it and the sales that come in and the modest amount of living. I mean, it's not a millionaire by any means. Or in an apartment, drive a 25-year-old Escape and a 15-year-old Fiesta. And I buy thrift stuff so I can look cool. But I'm curious. Curious about stuff. But I mean, eBay, without videos, eBay's 25, 30 hours a week for $100K a year in sales. And I kind of slacked for the past couple weeks getting a lot of stuff listed. Like I didn't go out yesterday or today, and I most likely won't go out tomorrow. And I'll stay here. Yes, it's 75, 80 degrees. But guess when most of the people like to go out? When it's really nice outside. Even during the week. I'm going to go out when it's cold next week. Well, Thursday, I think it's supposed to be like 40. And then Friday's supposed to be like 45. I mean, it's 80 degrees now. Well, I mean, you have an idea. You're from the, Pittsburgh area. I mean, I know the weather down there. It rains a lot. I remember that damn sure. It rained a lot. It rained every day. Every day backwards times 2. Every day yesterday times 2. Thank you, Canada. Hey. But logically, I mean, that's when I want to go out because there's less people out when it's colder, when, otherwise they know it's going to be nicer. So they're going to go out the days before when it's days before it's cold. People are going to go out then, and then a big chunk of people are not going to go, there's going to be less people out when it's colder, when they know in a few more days after that it's going to be warmer. So the more I can avoid people and the less traffic, the quicker all my routes can get done. Yeah, it did. It rained here too. Actually, if you look at my my YouTube post, there was like 4 or 5 pictures I put on there, and it just happened to come up on my Facebook. I don't follow their page, but it was Lorain County up by Elyria. Their Port Authority or whatever it is there, they got cameras out on the water and some different things, and they were some really, really blast. And even last night, I'm sitting here and I'm taking something apart. And I just kind of stopped. I'm like, the sun like that. And it wasn't, I don't think it was supposed to rain yesterday. Well, it did, but I didn't think it was supposed to. And then maybe 10 minutes go by and it got louder. I'm like, that was thunder. And then for about 2 hours last night till maybe 11, maybe. Yeah, it was some pretty harsh downpours. And it rained a little bit earlier. Not by much. It was just a little sprinkle. Patio was still wet. But I don't know, I can bring up the weather map. I gotta get these other books put away. Oh yeah, I got the brass in there. I don't think there's anything in that. That's steel and steel chunks and steel bits. Like this is a, that steel back here, that amount of that rubber on there, they're not going to care about that. I can't give them a big old tire with a little rim like this, and it's a huge tire like that, and there's only that much steel. And they won't like that. Or those little pieces that pop off. I mean, I just want something that's easy to reach. That can be rearranged. H.P. Lovecraft. Yep. Chulu. Yeah, I mean, with sales, with eBay sales, I mean, it was drudging along. I mean, it has been. This is. I'm not going to pin any specific thought or theory why, but I mean, the ebb and flow, regardless. And I mean, it picked up a little. But another aspect is, actually getting the listings of the newer things out there. Life After Death and Witches and Wraiths. Oh, Bruce. Say hi, Bruce. All right, then go eat. B8. He's the one that comes in with a grand entrance. And they'll go running down the hallway. Like he's just, I don't know, he's probably 12 pounds, but he's not really a big cat. He's a bigger cat. Biggest of the ones we have, besides his mama. She's like Elvis. Got that. Mm-hmm. But he has this high-pitched meow squeal. And when he gets back from being out and about for however long, a couple hours, half an hour, 10 minutes, 2 minutes, he can go outside, go chase after a bird he saw and come back. Right, Bruce? That's Bruce. I mean, I like when people are here and I just talk and stuff, but this stream was just primarily to kind of put that away. Since that is done, I mean, I'm going to have more stuff that gets listened next couple of days that'll just accrue, and another putting away stream won't be for another couple of weeks. Depends if I get like a whole bunch when I'm out and about, and I just want to mass list. I've got another 150 things that need to be put away. But for now, the next stream will be me taking stuff apart. I don't know when that'll be. I mean, I could probably do that TV. And it's early enough for me to start one, but it's also late enough to be like, nah, that's it. I mean, I actually put my bike back together. Or the wheels. Pump the air back in it. It should be it. I can't tell. I mean, it looks weird, but that should be right there. Put the wheels back on that. Went for maybe a mile ride. I mean, the lower end of the quads right by my knees, those feel it. I mean, it was just a mile ride, kind of get used to the feel, the pedaling, the cadence. I mean, glad I quit smoking a year and a half ago. That's good, but I can still kind of feel it in the breathing. Still got to get a little more gear and fine-tune some more adjustments on it. Get some riding gloves. Another water bottle bracket. And 2 water bottles. A saddle pouch. Just like a little emergency tube. You never know when you're going to bop a tire or bop a tube. I mean, even with day and age with phone, but you never know. couple other things I can get at a local store up here, at a bike shop, support mom and pop stores. Yeah, and I want to try to get like a bike rack for the car, so I don't have to take the wheels off and then put it in back of the Fiesta. Yeah, it's a bigger bike, it's a full suspension Univega. Actually, I'll just take the phone out there. Who's on here? 3 people. We just had 5. So I was like, I'll go out there. Yeah, I can get a bike rack. That'd be great. And maybe, some dude in his late 40s in a Ford Fiesta and a bike rack of a bike that is of his teens generation. You're like, yep, that guy's got a midlife crisis. I keep joking with my wife. That's what it is. At my age, I kind of found something that's enough income to be good and a little above. And the joys that come with the reselling, the physical media, and the ease of it, and the stereo equipment that I got, nice Nakamichi amp and stuff, and and all that. I can listen to music the right way. I got that I can at least get that equalizer. Yeah. There we go. I mean, the halo is going to get in the way. Actually, cord might be long enough. Yeah, that was I don't know when. I believe that was a thumbnail when I had both the Nakamichi and the Denon in one. I don't think I put up. I'm going to put up a newer one when I clean up the bottom shelf, because it's going to be the cassette deck, and then the EQ, and then the CD player, and then the amp on top. It's one of those 3-shelf, big glass, flat screen TV stands. And I've had a stack of magazines on there for a while. Star Trek magazines. This has been, he said he had it out for a while, and it got, the sun in his house. The sun hit that, kind of faded that, but it's still, and you could see it's still, you really can't see the lighting because of all the other lights that are on, but see that red maybe? This little piece is missing. But that will, equalizers are no strange, because I was saying, and that was $20. They could, this one would probably sell for $100 on eBay because of the condition and missing little thing, but they're still, and probably if you can find one in really, really good condition, they might hit $150. But I got it for 20, and that's what I wanted. That was the last thing. And I was just telling my wife and saying something not too long ago. Since I've been building the system, because I have those Bose Acoustimas, and then I got those Sony speakers. And the sound is good, but just on the Nakamichi, all it is the bass dial and a treble dial. That doesn't really do you a whole lot. More modern. Well, that's kind of like the point of what Nakamichi was. That was their brand mantra. Their brand aesthetic about it was the simplest system, but with the best parts you could put in it for the simplest system, for the simplest component, or whatever rack type it was. If it was a CD player, the best you can get, but the minimum. Tape decks minus the Nakamichi Dragon, which was the opposite of everything. But I had one of those and I sold it. Found it at the Savers, like $12 years ago. But with an EQ, we can balance those sounds out a lot better, instead of more bass, more trouble, what have you. And that was the last thing I needed. I said something to my wife, and I was like, yep, that'll be pretty much the last part. And I do have a nice, and I got a Kai record player. It's probably $250. I paid $22 or $25 for it. Needs a cartridge and needle, but it spins. And that TEAC, Tascam TEAC 4 cassette, I paid $100 for that. But that's like $500 used. That's it under a table. That's just too much stuff like that. But it's like, yeah, I'll buy a nice account because regardless, it can go up in value over time. Like everybody does. Like, yeah, I got all these pieces and I bought them to sell them, and I haven't got to because I hate packaging big audio equipment because it's heavy. You know, but so yeah, it's some nicer stuff for cheap. So that's in my formative years. I had a nicer stuff, Crown Carver Dodd. I don't know, McIntosh C60 tube amp. Got that. I mean, I paid up for that at a yard sale. 92, 93, paid up. I don't remember. It's probably $200 or something. But I knew. And basically, parent life, confined area. I mean, apartment life and parenting life. If I was going to listen to music, it's just YouTube or whatever. Midlife crisis. I want some good stuff because I missed out on that in the past 20, 25, 30 years. I haven't biked in a while. I got a good bike. Micro scrapping. Pick up a unique, odd, strange, esoteric hobby. At least it pays for itself. We're saying that my wife was like, oh yeah, I mean, at least, you know, you picked that hobby as opposed to like gambling or you know, sports betting, all that other stuff. So, but that all stems down to that eBay is 25 to 30 hours a week on the way on how the system is on how I do it. You know, I'm up at 8 videos. I'm starting at 8:30 to 9 o'clock. Most days there will be a video. If there's not, and if I have a dire need for inventory and there's not enough for a what sold video, then that's when I'll go take off to one of the farther routes because I know it's going to be time consuming. But with it being, you know, now dark at almost 8 o'clock, it really doesn't matter. I can leave here at 2 and be at the last thrift store 60 miles away and have already hit 8 and be back at 8. It doesn't matter anymore. But it's still that system of just being, well, that's, I say, have a structure of a system. Everything else will play out. If you're like, oh no, I'm going to list 10 at 2 o'clock, and then 3 days I'm going to list a couple, only 2 at 8 o'clock, and I might ship out these 2 things today or maybe tomorrow. I don't care how I'm going to organize it with you. If that's your system, good luck. If you have a structure and a system, everything else will play out. So I do all my stuff pretty much by noon or 1 o'clock. I'm done. Up at 8, and I'm done with listing, packaging, video, everything by 1 o'clock usually. What am I going to do with the rest of the time? Watch people scrap stuff and make money doing it. Learn how to do it. Watch people play video games. Listen to music, twiddle my thumbs. I could double my work time and the income scale would go up, but that defeats the purpose of having a decent amount of enough of income coming in without having to have to break my back at 40 hours. I can do it 25 to 30 hours. I know what I can do. I know if I needed to, I can go to 3 long routes, 3 days, and list for 2, be done, and that'd be 30 hours. And there's $5,000 of things listed. I know that. More than 5 years ago, going out thrifting and working full time, going out thrifting and maintaining 1,000 things listed and trying to find and making sure that a digital camera I paid $9 for does sell for $40 and it doesn't come back for parts, it doesn't come back for broken, not as described, or sell a pair of shoes that, all the other one, physical media. I'm not going to use that cliche. It's everywhere. It's cheap, easy to work with your mom. Right? So there's that. Where am I at for this wise? This phone's about to die. That's at 8%. And that's how I read chat. Well, I mean, I could read it on this too, but yeah, it's not even 2 hours long. I got all this work done in like an hour, not even. I mean, putting this stuff away. That's again that system. That's that structure. It's that system. Why? I list stuff. Stuff needs put away. Is there a way on how I can structure that stuff that needs to be put away in a certain way on how I can spend less time and be just as efficient? Yes. Let it stack, then later on, sit down, open up your tablet, go through where you have to go through, keep stuff in order, put shit away, done. How long did that take to put up? Not even an hour. What? Yeah. That's why I like this kind of stuff. I don't have to test, the stuff I have, yeah. I don't have to test electronics or any of that. I don't have to worry about stains and frays and colors and smells and all that with clothing. I sold that stuff before, and I commend anyone who does that because it's keeping all the other stuff that go with it. But midlife crisis. I don't want to fucking work, but the work that I do, it's easy. I'm not living in luxury for sure, but it's easy. And by golly, there are just so many random ass $100 to $200, $300, $500,000 gems out there that I have no idea. I'm gonna be looking at all these shelves, and I'm at a store for an hour, and I got 5 bread and butter things, and I'm finishing up, and I sit down on the second to last book of the last shelf I see. I open it up, and it's a $500 Bible. Don't know, man. But that pet CD, I was just sitting there. That's what I do. I just go through CDs. Like, I don't know that. Let me look it up. Oh, okay, it's $100 every day. Every day I go out. Every day. All right, so that's gonna wrap that one up. If I stream again, obviously you'll get a notification on it, but it's gonna be about scrapping stuff. Thanks. Let's see you again. What's going on?